fair to say that we see you, Prince Harry. Yes, I can see exactly what you're trying to get up to, you know. It's always fascinating, isn't it? When you see rich people, they will do anything to get out of exactly paying what they could afford to pay. But seemingly, you know, it's always down to the little people, you and I. And that's exactly, I think, how most of the British public over here in the United Kingdom feel about the potential of having to pay for the former royal known as Prince Harry's personal security. As I said to you before, we don't care. If you've gone away, then go away, but don't expect us to pay for it. And yes, I see the argument of the fact that he is the youngest son of course, His Majesty the King, and that's not his fault. It's literally by default that he is, of course, that. But he had a choice, and he made that choice, and he decided that he wanted another life outside the royal family. So why should the British public in the 21st century have to pay for that luxury? But here's where it gets really interesting. As ever, let me explain. To see you today. Thank you so much as ever for joining me, and thank you for your support on all the recent videos. I'm glad you enjoyed Ava Gardner. What a lady. Oh, there's many more stories there, trust me. She was just one of these people that talked. And you know, when you think, wow, you know, she knew everybody from Marilyn Monroe, Marlon Brando, Fred Astaire. You could just throw a name at her and she literally knew people. What was interesting about Ava, though, that I do recall was she said basically that she never really cared about the fame. She kind of enjoyed the money and the things that went with it. But really, she said she just had a nice life and it wasn't necessarily hardship or whatever. And the thing that I do remember was she said, look, you couldn't really call us actors. We were beautiful faces given wonderful opportunities with other beautiful people. Nice way of looking at the golden age of Hollywood, really, isn't it, you know? Now, let's get back to Prince Harry and his quest, of course, for security over here. Fascinating this, because as we told you a couple of days ago, Harry is looking for an independent home, it might suggest, so that when he comes back here to the United Kingdom, he won't be staying in the confines of royal palaces and castles and things like that. And you might think, oh, that's very nice. Yes, he's buying his own house. Aha. What we can tell you is this, you see, he has been advised, and as ever we have to say allegedly, that if he had his own outside property, that would result in some kind of level grade 2 security. That's because when he was over here in the United Kingdom, they would have to, the Met Police, assess on every single case by case each time he returned, whether that be with his wife Meghan Markle or indeed the children, or indeed singly his own. But you see, once they got used to that, and if they had a crisis, shall we say, inside the house, perhaps, of course, you know, let's hope this doesn't happen, but say an intruder was spotted in the gardens or a break-in, that would raise up the security. The other factor is this, I've been told by an excellent source that they believe the change of government at the start of next month, July, which could result in either being, of course, Reform, Labour or indeed Conservative, well, they may review the situation, particularly under the guise of a brand new Home Secretary. Now, I think they're just playing with fire really here, because the Labour Party, should they get in, have no desires to support the British monarchy on any single level. We told you exactly about how the leader, Sir Keir Starmer, felt about the monarchy, but had a change of heart once he became Sir. It's funny how they do, isn't it? So while Harry and Meghan beaver away out in Montecito, wondering exactly how they could make this a reality, even at the negativity, of course, of all the people over here in the United Kingdom that would end up paying for the privilege of never seeing, of course, these two ex-royals, but having the privilege of being able to pay for it, well, you can understand how things are getting very tricky inside royal circles. Something I've been told that angers in particular His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. It is a developing story. I'm on it. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.